This war has left 33.7 million people in need of food, water, shelter, and medicine. That is 65% of the population of Sudan. The conflict there erupted 3 years ago, triggered by a power struggle between the regular army and paramilitary fighters, the Rapid Support Forces. It has created the world's worst humanitarian crisis. The numbers are simply staggering. Let's take a look. 11.6 million. That's the number of people forcibly displaced by the war. 4.4 million of them outside Sudan, 6.8 million inside Sudan. Actually, it's 9.1 million inside Sudan if you count those who were already displaced by conflict before the war, and 3 out of 5 of those are children. More than 28 million people face acute hunger because they don't have access to enough food due to fighting and the collapse of the economy. Here's something to think about. Nearly 1/3 of displaced households say at least one member goes a whole day and night without eating. More than 12 million people in Sudan are at risk of rape, mostly women and girls, and that number has increased by 350% since the conflict began. There are no reliable casualty figures. More than 50,000 are reported dead overall, but the former U.S. envoy says that number could be as high as 400,000. Amongst them, nearly 700 civilians reported killed by drones so far this year, and more than 2,000 people killed in attacks on healthcare facilities since the war began. Other numbers show how the world has tried to stop the fighting. 56. That's how many times the UN Security and Human Rights Councils have met to discuss Sudan. The UN bodies have passed at least 11 resolutions and issued dozens of statements. The Americans have taken the lead on ceasefire talks. But the success rate for diplomacy so far, sadly, that number is 0. Finally, 26,000. That's the number of local volunteers, local heroes really, who've been providing life-saving support to their fellow citizens. That's one reason for hope in the midst of this dark and brutal war.